So last Wednesday, we all got a bit of a shock, and that was the fact that Mel Stride, out of all these candidates, the joke candidate, the literally who candidate of this Conservative Party election, was not the first to fall. No, instead, everyone was pretty shocked that it was, well, Priti Patel, including myself. Every Conservative commentator out there had all been thinking, well, it's going to be Mel Stride. Mel Stride's the first to go. Everyone was pretty shocked. And I now have to wonder if we tomorrow, or at least tomorrow afternoon, are also going to receive another surprise shock. Because I think the next person to fall out of this contest could very well be not Mel Stride, not Kimmy Badenoch, not James Cleverly, obviously not Robert Jerrick, because somehow he's in the lead. Who knows what, deal with the devil he has made to sort of potentially win this contest. But my word, he is going to be a disaster if he makes it in. He is going to be walked all over in the next couple of weeks. And as we've said before, this ain't going to be the first, Conservative Party leadership conference we are potentially going to see before the next election. We are probably going to have at least maybe 2 or even 3 by the next election, because we've said it before, regicide has now been almost baked in to the Conservative Party. This whole thing about unity that they've been trying to sell, well, okay, what unity? Why unity? What happens if a split, which, bear in mind, has been the biggest problem, how do you solve these splits? And what has tended to happen is that these splits have been left to fester like open wounds, and eventually they don't get resolved, and this just causes further arguments down the line again. And Tom Tugendhat, I've said this before many times when we've covered this, and we've covered him. I don't understand why he's running the campaign he's running in the way he is. What he should be doing is doing almost a revamp of the last campaign he did, where he came in and he's like, I am the new face of conservatism. I am the change that the party needs. I can bring us victory and the change we need to sort of get, moving again. I do not understand why he's not running on that platform again, or altering that sort of style of message and running on that. Instead, he is running a very generic campaign, just like, Robert Jerrick, Kimmy Badenoch, and all the rest. And we've said this as well. Sooner or later, things will heat up because they've got to start distinguishing themselves. And I think it's when they get to the final 4, that's when I think maybe the claws will start to come out. Because so far, it looked like that this Conservative Party leadership contest was going to get very brutal, very bloody, very mudslingy, very quickly. And then it's been silence. But that cannot last. We've seen these types of temporary peace negotiations, or at least peace settlements before within the party. And sooner or later, they all break down. They all start at each other again. So why am I saying Tom Tugendhat is going to be the next to go? Well, it all comes down to remember when we were so shocked that it wasn't Mel Stride. Why did Mel Stride win? Well, to begin with, you've got to look at the tactical voting that goes on in these types of contests. Remember, at the moment, it's not the membership that it has the say, it is the Tory MPs. So if you are, let's say, a Tory MP who might be, shall we say, of the right-wing persuasion, getting Priti Patel out of the race early might be a bigger victory for you later down the line, because those MPs that voted for her, where are they going to fall in? Ultimately, they're either going to fall in with Robert Jerrick or Kimi Badnock. And up next, bear in mind, Mel Stride, pretty centrist. Tom Tugendhat, pretty centrist. And they were just at the last vote. Tom was like, it was like Priti Patel, Mel, Tugendhat. They were pretty much neck and neck. But Tom has a lot of support behind him. A lot of support behind him. A lot of centrist support that, shall we say, people like James Cleverly might be quite interested in, shall we say, taking away from him. Not potentially just James Cleverly, but maybe even Robert Jerrick. So I would not be surprised if tomorrow, instead of Mel Stride going, we see Tom Tugendhat. Getting him out of the race earlier benefits you far, far later down the line in this race. Now, I may be wrong, and Mel Stride may be the next one to go tomorrow. That may indeed happen. But next week after, it's Tom Tugendhat. And unless something drastically changes, the MPs, for some ungodly, bizarre reason, want Robert Jerrick. But remember, if Kimi Badnock makes it to the final two, she wins. As we've seen on Conservative Home, time after time after time, she, for some, again, just like Liz Truss, for some ungodly reason, is insanely popular with the Conservative Party, or at least the membership of the Conservative Party. It's insane to think that, but for some reason she is. They like her. They want her. If she makes it to the final two, it's her race to win. She beats everyone every single time in every direct contest. This is why we're also hearing that at the final four, she's going to get squeezed out. Now, will that happen? Who knows? But trust me, if that starts to happen, Kimi Badnock will not keep quiet. She will raise a ruckus if that happens. And she will cry foul very, very loudly. So it's, can she make it to the final two? But if she drops out, if she doesn't make it to the final two, and it's Robert Jerrick versus anyone else, guess who the membership wants? Robert Generic Jerrick. A man who has all the personality of damp wallpaper, who is as fun to watch speak as watching paint dry, who his own MPs dubbed him Generic Jerrick. How long do you think that guy's going to last? How long do you think the unity is going to last? Not long at all. So either A, this contest is, should we say, fought very gentlemanly and is instead done in the back rooms with those deals, as we saw last week, to, get rid of Priti Patel early and keep Mel Stride in. Maybe there is a similar deal that we will see tomorrow. Maybe it is Tom Tugendhat that goes out, because it's really, really strange that you have today in Conservative Home. We're not going to go over it because we don't have time to. That Matthew Elliott, the former CEO of Vote Leave, and Conservative peer, is writing, "Oh, we this is why we need Tom Tugendhat. We really desperately need Tom Tugendhat, and this is why he would be a good leader for the Conservative Party." Very strange that article comes out the day before a crucial vote. I think tomorrow we could see shenanigans afoot. I think maybe we could see Tom Tugendhat go. If not, it's Mel Stride. But if there are, as they say, dirty deeds to be done, getting rid of Tom Tugendhat now might benefit, should we say, other candidates further down the line. So we'll see what happens in voting on Wednesday, sort of afternoon tomorrow. But yeah, we could see potentially another surprise outing. Maybe it will be Mel Stride, but it could be Tom Tugendhat. So we'll wait and we see what happens. But yeah, there's a lot of tactical voting going on. So, at least maybe the Tories did learn something from the previous election. So as always, thank you very much for watching. And of course, always there are links down below, the Buy Me Coffee link, the YouTube thank you button, the Patreon page, all that other stuff. Leave a like, leave a comment, smash the subscribe, hit the bell, etc. All that good stuff. And of course, as always, we'll see you all next time.